Yeah. Where we from?
I'm from the A.
Sounds so lovely. Yeah.
For real.
Yo. I'm on my small A, hard boy fitted. Dale Murphy jersey, 5-point chillin'. Mookie Blade like illin'. Cleveland Air BP, box of Dutch getting. Speakers in the one of the truths and vows, yeah, I did it. Rice Street, 3 days downstairs, lived it. 95 Freaknik, changed the whole city. Welcome to Atlanta, 96 Olympic. Back and forth, born home, Harry, let's get it. Georgia Dome, Michael Vick, yeah, we still missing. 7 grams of midget, Mook still with it. Loud Pat, Gad Pat, you strong for my pimpin'. Soul Food, Busy Bee, Mook, go get it. Atlanta, Hollywood, Tyler Perry, fuck with me. Every exit in the city, yo, I represent it. Grady Hospital, let sell me, pimpin'. Kinda shit, throw it up, you know you feel me.
Yo. What it do, people? The Real Atlanta Podcast. We here Sunday. What's going on? Hey, I'm your boy Big Chris. Got my co-host right here with me, Kim B. What's going on, man?
What up,
What up, DJ Lab?
What's going on, bro? How y'all doing?
Man, it's Sunday here. We trying to make it go, man. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right. That's right. We gonna make it go. Y'all gonna do what it do.
Hey, man, it's Sunday, man. We got real conversation from the real people from the A, man.
That's right.
So tune in, man. If you wanna call in on anything going on with 678-740-9894. 678-740-9894. Call in, man. Check it out. Hey.
Oh, I'm on the wrong IG. I'm sorry. Thanks, Slick.
Okay, you on the wrong one. Let's get
it together. Let's go. Thanks, Slick.
Hey.
I've got too many IGs. Jesus Christ.
Right. For sure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Keep talking.
Yeah,
My
man.
bad.
Tonight's topic, man. What's the topic today, Kim?
How is your mental?
Hey, man, mental health in the black community, man, is very, very, very important, man. And we out here going through it, right?
That's right.
And we try to hide it so hard, especially as black men. We would hide anything was going on, man. We mess around, be depressed around here and stuff because we hide everything because black men are always taught to be so strong and not show no emotions. So they out here going through life and going through problems like everybody else, right? But we got to be strong, and they just really just messing up your mental. So, today we just asking, hey, man, what's going on? What's going on? How is your mental? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, Lab, man, we're going to ask you today, man. How's your mental? We're going to ask you first.
I think as a person who struggles with depression and anxiety a lot, and then I have a OCD issue in that. So what happens with me is, with my mental is, I can start out having a good day, but I can mess my own day up. I don't have to have help to mess my day up. I start thinking about stuff, thinking about things I've been through, or thinking about things I need to get done, or thinking about things I'm, probably gonna go through, foresight. They say foresight causes more issues than anything. So I start thinking about stuff that I might need, that's probably gonna come up here soon, and it just gets stressful. So with me, I don't talk much because I guess my problem is I have a hard time explaining to you what's going on in my mind because my mind never stops. So I'm always thinking about something. I mean, I could be literally getting on my phone to do something about something here and start doing something totally different.
Totally different all the time.
Because my mind is always thinking about something like the next thing I need to do or the next thing or whatever the case may be. So I have a bad habit of ruining my day. Like I got in the shower the other day to take a shower, and I was pissed off by the time I got out the shower. Like literally pissed off. I was just sitting there thinking and doing stuff. So we had the last show I had, which was Westside Misfits. We had a conversation, and I was telling Kay, I said, and she was saying, well, I don't think a lot of women understand how much pressure a black man goes through the minute he walks out the door or the minute he gets up, how much stuff he has to deal with just in a 24-hour period.
Right.
And I think that puts a lot of pressure on us in general of what we have to go through and how we, when we get back home. Now, don't get me wrong, black women go through a lot too. You know what I'm saying? We go, all of us deal with a lot of things, and they may be separate, but in the whole of everything, they pretty much the same. You know, we all deal with the same thing. So I think mental health is one of those things that I believe that a lot of black folks are coming to grasp with, that we need to deal with. But before that, it was like Chris said earlier, you're not supposed to talk about it. You know, it's weak. It's seen as being weak if you talk about your mental health. You know what I'm saying? It's seen as black man seen as weak if you cry about it, or if you tell your woman about it, she may see if you weak. So it's just one of those deals that you have to go through. So
I'm about like you, Lab. Like I be thinking 100 million things in 1 second. So you know what I'm saying. So then you, like you say, you get to be thinking about things. Then next thing you know, you forgot your train of thought.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and that gets into, like, you know, that leads to the other issues later on in life. You know what I'm saying, like dementia or anything like that. So you know, it's just like, basically, I think you just have to really slow down and really talk to somebody about your issues. You know what I mean? I mean, they say therapy is good, and I guess therapy is a good way to talk about your mental sometimes. But it's like when kids are like younger, right? Because my cousin grandson's autistic, right? But he's a different kind of autistic. He's very smart. So, and he's doing like other things he does, but he just his behavior part, not really being bad, but attention span.
Okay.
And so they wanna label him as his behavior. They want to put him in some other kind of classes and suspend him from school when the kid just you know has a problem, but they're not addressing that. So she had to step further and get everything straight by them. Like, y'all have to put this boy out to school.
Yeah.
Like, this boy very smart. He just, you know, his attention span is different. Like, even though like growing up, like the little boy, kids and things in our age, they were sent to different classes because of their behavior, but it was just something else going on. So they put whatever thing, ADHD, whatever it is, they would label them that to give them medicine for written and all that kind of stuff. And we really don't need that medicine in you. So they were trying to, get him some medicine as well. But like the mental thing is something that, I mean, my issue, like sometimes I might need to talk to somebody, you know what I'm saying, and call somebody and talk to them. Like a therapy may be the issue for me.
Right.
What you think?
But you know what? I think that we need to start creating more safe spaces for people to be able to talk to you about these certain things. Right. Because if you're not in a safe space, you don't feel comfortable with talking about anything.
That's true.
Like for me, sometimes I know like certain girlfriends or certain male friends that I can go to and say like certain things to. I can kick it with them, this, that, and the other, but I won't tell them shit about what's going on with me. It depends. But just like on my way here, I vented to Chris about, so I know I can tell Chris, no judgment, no heat. You understand what I'm saying? So, and if you don't mind me sharing about the time you text me, you said you just one of them days.
Yeah.
So let me say this, Chris, maybe about almost 2 months ago, he texted me. You know, we always check in, see what's what. He actually texted me and told me, he was like, hey, this is not a good day. Like my mental, this, that, and the other. When I tell you, I shut down everything. Everything else, it didn't matter because I had never heard this from him before. So for him to trust me enough to say this to me, I needed to stop everything I was doing. Let me focus and zone in on him and see what's going on. Everything else stopped. So if you start creating these spaces so people can feel comfortable in talking to you, and you might, or say for instance, if you're going through money issues or something like that, if your friend out here just bought a new car, just doing this, that, and the other, you be like, there's no way in hell that they can relate to me as far as what I'm going through financially. So you just don't even worry about even talking to them about it. You see what I'm saying? So if it's not relatable or you don't feel that safe space, you won't do it. And let me go back, just thought about it. One of the things that brought it to my attention and hit me, that Best Man Holiday, when Terrence Howard was talking to, what's his name? Tay Diggs, and it was just them two. He said, man, you all right? He was like, you need some help? Tay Diggs still just, on that pride stuff. He was like, you need some money? And he was almost in tears. He was like, yeah, man. It took him almost to break his friend down. He needed some financial help. But your pride sometimes won't even let you say, I need help. But that's why I say, so we got to make sure we create these spaces. If I tell you financially, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the people that always have financial problems and they can't get their shit together. They're the cause of their own problem. I'm not talking about that. But somebody that need financial and they came to you and they trust you, we gotta be able to have that space. So creating that space is number one for somebody to be able to do so.
Do you think that creating a space will make people even talk about it more? Though I think a lot of people be more their privacy. They be so, you know what I'm saying, like they don't want people talking about them or knowing what's going on within their lives. You know what I'm saying, like, and it right, that is pride. You're right, Chris. I'm sorry, but it's just like even if I feel safe about it, I don't. Even if I'm in a safe space, I might not feel safe to talk about
But listen, the safe space, and when I say safe space, that includes you being able to trust that this won't go outside of us two, or this won't go outside of what we're talking about. So it's not just the space itself; it's the space as far as I trust them enough.
Okay.
And this won't go anywhere. It's just between me and Chris. You know what I mean? It's not gonna go no further.
Okay.
And it could be something crazy or something out of this world. I could trust Chris with it, but he wouldn't no judgment, nothing.
Right.
And give me what I need to hear versus if I think about telling somebody else, man, I know they're gonna say this, that, and the other, so I'm not even gonna tell them.
Right. And like you said, like it got when you picking that safe space, it got to be somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to have somebody who got no judgmental. You know what I'm saying? Because people, that's our problem too. Because we want to be judged, like you said, the pride and then the judging of a person. Like if somebody calls you and tells you something like that in a way, they trust you. So you need to be able to, hey man, listen, be able to listen. A lot of people don't have that type of friend.
Oh yeah.
Or that type of person they can call and be like, hey, boy, I need to talk to you, man. God, why? And then when you're talking to that person, it go ahead and ease the pain on down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Put a little Band-Aid on it.
Because you know what eventually ends up happening if you don't have or find that safe space or that person to be able to go to and talk to about stuff, we just end up suppressing all of those issues and keep suppressing and put a lid on. I'll deal with that later. And it's like a volcano almost, you know what I'm saying, bubbling till they get to the point where it erupts. And then it end up coming out when it erupts, come out in friendships, come out at your job, come out in relationships and stuff like that because we didn't deal with it. You can't keep suppressing that thing and putting a lid on and stuff like that. It's got to go somewhere. Pressure got to go somewhere.
Right, and it busts pipes.
But bust pipe.
Oh, trust and believe.
Like you said, and then like when we saying that, like even pressure bust pipes, pressure bust. So you know, man, fuck around and have a stroke or something, some kind of illness, man, because you try to hold everything in and stressing yourself out. You know, cause boy, people go through stuff all week long. You know what I'm saying? They be like, "Why, man?" And then you got nobody to talk to, or nobody to say that to. So you next week you're gonna have some more stuff on you. You know, just piled up, like you said, just piled up and piled up. Like we do got to create that safe space that we can talk to somebody about these issues, man. Because the issues, like, hey, we can cover it up, man. Life be life for real. Like,
life be life for
Most
real.
definitely,
Friinancially, friendships, relationships, I mean the whole nine. So we definitely got to make sure, like I said, a community again, or like I said, even if it's if it is just that one person.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, so you got to check on the strong ones too, because they're the people that people always go to for their problems and stuff like that. You got to check on them too. You do.
Because they always hold stuff in. As
They
well.
do.
And then they got your stuff too. Like they got people stuff that they're listening to, and that creates problems because then you think about counselors when you have a psychologist and stuff. They have psychologists. Because they got to unload all the stuff they heard from their patients to somebody else.
For sure.
So you got to think about that. Like, we don't really think about the fact that we got the strong person. The strong person gets tired too. And probably more than we realize, but they always seen as the strong person. So when soon as you walk in the house or you see them, like, man, let me tell you about this.
Yeah.
And they probably having a terrible day.
You ain't even
like you say, you put the purse down, you didn't release nothing, and you get that, and so you getting all that from that person. But like you saying, like you getting you the person they want to lay everything on, man. It's tough, but you know what I'm saying? Because like my sister, she had a job, right, and she said they're constantly calling in, calling every day, right, but it's cancer patients. So she's a survivor for cancer. So that really be triggering her every day. Every day when the people saying this and that, they having problems, you know what I'm saying? So it really triggering her every day. And I was like, wait, so you might have to change that job, but it ain't for you mentally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, really, we got to.
I mean, but who can they go to? They have to go to somebody that has been through it. That's the last person that you want to go to is somebody that hadn't been through it and wouldn't understand. So who's going to do that job if she don't do it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who's going to do it?
Who's gonna do it?
Yeah. I don't need somebody telling me you haven't even been down that road. Hey, it's gonna be okay. You ain't even had. Listen, what can you tell me? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I need somebody from experience to tell me, hey, or show me I made it through.
Yeah,
Like a true testimony for sure.
Right. Because people will bottle things in from their childhood on. They'll take it to their adulthood, take it to their relationships, and take it to their everyday life, and then you haven't even got past that from your childhood. And people say, "Oh, I don't want to talk about it. But you be like, "Dang." Sometimes talking will release some of that pressure off you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I guess talking to a therapist, or talking to a specialist, or talking to a friend, or talking to your mate. You're supposed to be able to talk to your mate anyway. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you can't talk to that person, so you either go to the next thing best. You know what I'm saying?
But why?
Huh?
But why?
But how
Why you say that? Why?
Why can't we talk to?
I mean, that is
because that should be the number one.
That should be the number one. Yeah.
And if you go outside of your mate, they will feel some type of way. Like, dang, you could share this with me, but you felt comfortable.
Well, how do you share that your mate is getting on your nerve with your mate?
Now that's different. Now you do go outside.
That may be the pressure that's busting the fight.
So that's different. It's about them.
You can't walk in the house and say, baby,
so that's
let me tell you something. You be getting on my goddamn nerve.
Wait a minute. First, let me ask you this: are you my person?
Right.
You get on my damn nerve. That topic is different.
Right.
They're different, but you know what I'm saying? But you say, why you can't? So then, sometimes you feel like you can't, though. You know what I'm saying? I believe sometimes you feel like you can't, so you try, and then you don't know, like you're saying, they may feel a way that you don't come to them. You know what I'm saying? They'll feel a way, why you didn't come talk to me about that? Well, I didn't feel comfortable. Well, how you don't feel comfortable? Because you may be saying it, this and that, you looking at me a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They might be looking at you a certain way, so you be like, dang, I don't want to go tell her that or tell him that.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? Because, man, they're going to look at me like this.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the last thing you want to be is judged when I'm trying to tell my truth.
Exactly.
So you be like, you know what? Just don't even worry about it.
You
know what I'm saying? No matter how grungy or grimy it is, I need to tell somebody about this.
Right, man. You want to tell somebody about it, you know what I'm saying? You like, what?
Slick say, don't be pillow talking with the next bitch.
She right.
Listen, real spill. Because if something go wrong, they gonna tell it, and then they like, you told her that. Like,
Right.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Don't go.
So listen, guys, and we'll have a comment going streaming at the bottom. That's a PSA. Do not pillow talk with your client, with your side person. That's not the therapy that we're talking about or a safe space.
Nah,
that's not that.
Hey, it's definitely not the safe
That's
space.
not the safe space.
It's not the safe space, guys.
For a wild person be knowing everything about it going on in your house.
Man, what you mean?
And then it come, hey, when she hit the fan, boy, it really hit the fan. Like, you know this and you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's
Slick
not a
say,
safe space.
therapists are taboo in the black community. Most, going to a
Oh,
therapist.
definitely it is. And so, it is taboo, and it shouldn't be, because you need that to, like, but if we were able to create our safe space to be able to talk to somebody about what's going on, how we feeling, then it wouldn't be that taboo if we if we had that person like therapy. Sometimes, because therapists are like, I don't know all of them, but I guess when you go to different sessions, they'll get to know you and learn you more. But when they don't know you, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a routine thing they're saying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't want to hear on routine thing. You want to hear some real talk.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying, son?
I always tell Slick, and I didn't mean to cut you off, because I'm
It's
sorry.
all good.
I always tell Slick that I always say I try to go to black doctors. I said, not because I feel like I feel like they understand what I'm going through. They're not gonna tell me, well, you just need to lose weight. They understand, we stress a lot. Sometimes the weight that we have is not because we're eating a lot, it's because we're stressing. So when I go to therapists, I try to find black therapists. But I have a very strict criteria. I've been to therapy before. I've done therapy and it was great. I have a very strict criteria for therapy. Like, I'm not going to no group therapy. I'm not gonna do that. But if I find a therapist that's got an office somewhere that I feel comfortable. Like, I had this one lady, a few years back, that she had her own little office. She always made it feel nice. She had candles, just a nice place. And I felt comfortable to talk. And she wouldn't say, well, tell me what happened. She would just sit down and she would look at me and she wait for me to talk.
Right.
But I felt comfortable. So I have a criteria that it seems like, to be honest with you, nowadays, therapy now is a group it's a group thing. Like you can't find just a doctor you can go sit on their couch anymore. That is a very difficult thing to find nowadays. And I've been looking for for at least the last 3 or 4 months for just a doctor who has their own office. I can go talk to him, lead office, and that feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't got, it's like 8 people ain't waiting in the waiting room, and then I'm running somebody I know or something like that, or any of that kind of stuff. I just don't want to be that type of office. I don't know why it is. I'm so strict about that, but
I can see therapy working for whoever has experience and they want to go to an actual therapist because that person is not biased.
Right.
They don't know your history, your past, none of that. So they're able to sit back and collect all this data from you and give a opinion or give you things to do from a non-biased standpoint versus somebody that that knows you, know what you've been through, they know your history and stuff like that. So you may have a little bit of judgment here and there. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, did you think about this? Or, you know what I'm saying? Well, you remember when? So that's why I say you have to be careful whether it's a close friend or whatever, that you trust that person enough that you wouldn't get that judgment. You got to make sure that it's safe. And like I said, and that it's a trusting thing. I want to be able to trust you that this won't leave outside of these 4 walls. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying, you might be saying like you saying like maybe sometimes a trusted friend may be biased for you
because they know
they
history.
might be,
They know.
There might be 2 bias on your end.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, like even things like you say, like you know how we talk, and everything you saying that ain't right. Like sometimes people not gonna tell you the right answer. They're gonna sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? Or not gonna be like the right person to talk. So like again, you gotta find your safe space in that person, the person whoever you're gonna talk to about your mental thing that's going on. Because like you said, a therapist it's different because they don't know you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
But to be able to tell me what I need to hear in those moments too, and don't sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some stuff that, and I accept it from you on top of that because I trust you enough. You know what I mean? And I take it like, dang, he said this and that. It's really constructive criticism. Like he's saying something on the outside that I'm not seeing because I'm inside of this thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking it like, you know what I'm saying, he throwing jabs at me like, damn, you got to sit back and sit with that. Be like, you know what? He is right.
Right.
Because why did I go to him in the first place? Because I trust him. So now I'm not trusting the feedback that he giving me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's on me.
A lot of times we want to talk to people who want to hear what we already have an idea of what we want in our mind, the solution we want in our mind. So
we want, But like they say, telling you what you want to hear.
Right. We want to hear. We
Yeah.
want to hear something from somebody so we know we right.
Right.
So if we already have a solution in our head, and I'd be like, Chris, man, what you think about this, man? This is straight. And Chris be like, man, I think you should. And you be like, yeah, that's all I want to hear. So,
see what I'm saying?
You said what I want to hear.
Right.
You co-signed it,
I knew I was right in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm saying? You right about that.
And
That's
then
a very
somebody
good
saying,
point.
man, you tripping. You tripping. Why you talking like that? You tripping. You don't want to hear that.
Right.
But that might be what you need to hear. But we don't never want to hear, the truth. A lot of times, what we don't want to hear be the truth.
Yeah.
And what we need to hear be some BS. But we try to deal with it in certain ways. Slick says, then the people on the phone, then your friend is on the phone telling other people your drama before they even pull out the driveway.
See what I'm saying? So that's not a safe space.
That's not a safe space. That's not a safe
Right.
space.
And Slick said, then some people be happy you going through something.
Dude, you know what? That's not a word.
Right.
Let me tell you, that's a whole word.
Yeah.
And praying on you having this tough time. That's not cool because they always see you up or she doing this or he doing that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, now he got problem. Oh, now he got these issues and stuff. It shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
Oh no. You do have people like that.
Yeah, when you doing good, people be like,
You
it's
go with that,
it's just
hey,
a
man.
matter of time.
Yeah. They pray on your downfall. You know what I'm saying? They say, look out for the people who pray on you, not praying for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They definitely all like that. And then you be surprised who that person is.
Yeah.
You think that person, I thought this was my partner. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Now, the whole time, they been goddamn throwing the salt on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They've been throwing salt on you the whole time. You thinking like, hey, man, so like, it all boils down again to like she's saying, like we gotta find that safe space, the person to talk to, because like everybody, like that's why therapy might be important. because everybody ain't your friend.
No.
Everybody ain't your partner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then you don't find out that they're not until the very end of something. You know what I'm saying? After you done gave them all this information about you or certain situation to have, you like, oh damn.
Right.
They were moving this way.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't find out till it's too late sometimes, and then that's a whole nother issue.
And saying some of that stuff, some of those issues you guys just brought up, is the reason why a lot of people don't talk.
That's why they don't talk.
They don't discuss the issues with anybody. You'll have many people say, man, let me talk. And then they'll think about it, like, never mind. You be like, well, what you going to say? Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm good. Because they don't want, they don't want to tell you and then it gets out. And also they don't want to tell you and you look at them different. Some people go through stuff and you be like, and you don't mean to. And you be like, what?
Yeah.
You did what?
Right.
Or you'll have that person, you do want to say something to them, but they're so busy talking about what they got going on. The girl, I just did this, or I just said this, something a mile a minute, not even giving you this moment to, you damn near got to do double dutch to get in the damn conversation.
Yeah.
Saying, can I get in here? right. But those are those things like that. They talk so much about what's going on with them, and that in the middle of conversation, you be like, to yourself, I'm not gonna even say nothing. I'm not gonna even bring it up.
Slick say one of the things that bothered her is that the when you trying to have a conversation about you and what's going on with you, they switch it to them.
Yeah.
Listen, they do.
Yeah,
it's almost like trumping you or trumping your particular situation. Girl, could that happen to me? And let me tell you, I told him. And I'm sitting up here like, but this is about me. This is the moment. This is the time for you just to be a listening ear.
Right.
Until I'm done.
Right.
Not for you to trump my story and tell me, girl, let me tell you something. They happen to me. And this, that's not it.
Right.
So you end up not even saying nothing else, even continue the conversation because you got the flow.
Yeah.
I got stabbed last night.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't stab too.
I got stabbed.
You get stabbed. I got stabbed. Hey, I got stabbed at 7:30.
You see what I'm saying? See, that's definitely that's not what we're talking about. And you have to, and listen, people, you have to be careful. Those are signs of that is not the person or the safe space.
Sure.
Those particular people like that, that's not the safe space. It's not. It's cool. Pick who that person is, because everybody has that one person or should have that one. If it's just one go-to person, some have two. But if it's that one go-to person, I can tell them, you gotta look back and find like, that is that person.
Yeah. I think also though, if you can't find, I'm not gonna go find that person. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't have very many friends that I would even discuss anything about me with, let alone some deeply personal that might be bothering me mentally. So I always just journal. My biggest thing that I do every day, we're just trying to give out solutions to help, huh?
So you write it down?
I write it down, and I do it every other day. When it's on my mind, I try to journal, but I journal a lot. I have probably 10 or 20 full journals now, but I journal a lot because it's like me. I write it when I'm in my journal. I write it like I'm writing a letter to somebody. So I'm telling them about my day, and I think that helps out a lot. Also, finding a hobby helps out a lot. Sometimes you can just adjust yourself and your mental. What you're thinking about, you say to yourself, what, I was tripping. You know what I'm saying? You start doing something else that may help you clear your mind about that or whatever. You could just say, I was tripping like getting a hobby. But I think journaling helps a lot, and I don't think a lot of people utilize journaling.
And you know what? That's crazy that you said that. One of my friends, when I was going through something, she said, Kim, have you thought about journaling? And I started journaling. So even if I journal and maybe was talking to my 10-year-old self or talk about, this particular situation, and then you go back and look after a month and you go back and see where you are now versus where you were a month ago, and you be like, wow, was I really there?
Right.
So I agree, because what do you do when you don't have that go-to person? What do you do? So journaling may work, and that's a good suggestion. Journaling may work.
Yeah, journaling may work.
And you don't have to, when you journal, you don't have to write a bunch of stuff. You can have 5 or 6 sentences and be like, I had a great day today. I just want to tell you I had a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I mean, I do it all the time. I mean, I do it. And I don't just use my journal for journaling. I read a lot too. So I write down definitions in there of certain words I don't know. I might write down ideas in there. So it's a lot that goes into the journal. But my main thing is what's on my mind today.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right. So
because you have to put, like I say, for you, that's you putting it down on paper. For somebody else, it might be going and talk to, you know, somebody. Whatever you need to do to release you, regardless of how you do it, you need to release those thoughts. You need to release all of that. You definitely do. Because you don't want that pressure and stuff build up. You need a go-to. You need to be able to release those things. And for my kids, I try to tell them too, I don't want them to get to a point to where once they get to me, you already, I can see it on your face and you crying and stuff like that. So you at the boiling point, like you suppress stuff so much. By the time you get to me and I see that, you know what I'm saying, you finna bust out crying, it's already damn near too late. Well, where are we now? Right. So I want you to be able to come to me before the eruption. You know what I'm saying? So we can figure some stuff out.
But you know, and I'm gonna say this, you tell me what you guys think. I think a lot of times we don't feel the eruption before it happens. It could be just the smallest minuscule thing that just blows us up. Now, we may have the pressure and we may have the issues, but, you know, it'd be on a day that we ain't had nothing wrong. It may be on a day that we having actually a good day. We didn't talk to my partner and chilled out and got a good lunch and then go back to work and he'd be like, you need to write that over. That you put one period too many on there and then snap.
Right. My man said to come. He said he'd rather talk to a random old person in Walmart than somebody he know.
Hey.
He said,
I'm good with that because guess what? The people like that, that's wisdom. And I was just gonna touch on that too. For me, I have a lot of older friends. I just do. I'm one of the youngest out of the bunch. I get so much wisdom from them because they've been there, done it. I actually sit and listen. One of my oldest friends, she's 64. When I tell you she spit some stuff on me, because she done been through that. Right. You see what I'm saying? So getting wisdom and sitting down, but again, we don't go back to sitting on our grandparents' couch or sitting with them older uncles or you know what I'm saying, somebody like that, or a neighborhood or somebody's dad or something like that. We don't even sit long enough, but we too busy to even sit and even listen to the wisdom that's out there. We too busy and don't have time for that.
Well, I mean, our generation used to do that. I used to sit on the porch with my grandma all the time.
It's like a lost art thing because like we don't do that, and like for him to say like he'll rather speak to an older person like in Walmart or something like that because like he said he get the knowledge from them. So like it was like that helps him. You know what I'm saying? And you know because he probably don't want to talk to somebody he know because they probably be judging him feeling this way and this kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. Sometimes when people, you know, I'm big on this. Sometimes the ancestors will send somebody your way. I remember a lady came and talked to me about something. Random lady. Came and talked to me about my whole situation. I was sitting at the bar.
Really?
She read me up and down.
Oh, wow.
My cousin was sitting there with me. We sitting there drinking. And he was like, when she said, he looked like, how the hell this lady know that? We don't know this lady.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she read me up and down, and everything that lady told me was true. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, that was just her giving me some knowledge on something. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, she had to come tell me this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, so hey, it's good to listen to them people. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, so because you don't know where your help will come from. You don't know where your help will come from. You know what I'm saying? You need help out of the situation.
And what better way than somebody that's been through it and older, you know what I'm saying, and have lived life. Yeah. Like for real, we haven't even reached these certain points. We haven't even gotten there yet. Nope. And think that we know it's somebody 20 years older than us that can spit game and I'm talking about turn your whole perspective around.
I hate when the younger kids, something like that, don't want to listen to what you're trying to tell them. Like,
Go on, old head.
Go on, old head. You know what I'm talking about? Or they knocking like, man, I'm trying to help you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, man.
They don't even listen to the old head. So listen, they don't even listen to the unks. You an unk.
Right.
They don't even listen to you.
Right.
They don't even listen to you.
Oh no.
Go ahead, unc.
Go ahead, unc.
They don't. Yeah. So they definitely not gonna listen to the old head.
Right. And then listen, and we going through stuff, and then we see them. We trying to knock them for not bumping their head for going through the same thing, to be going through the same problem we going through, or to feeling the same way we feeling mentally. You know what I'm saying? Later on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It just they work the I think basically, I do really think the young folks need to sit down with some people for real. Man.
You think so?
Because they have a lot going on in their head. And they got a lot going on in their head that's not hidden on them.
But you know what? But they have a lot more pressures than we did too. growing up in this social media world and trying to stay up with the next person, or for the
That gotta be
females, I gotta have
different.
my hair down my back, I gotta have my nails, I gotta have this and that. Like you gotta feel like you gotta stay up to par.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, with the next person and stuff like that. It's damn near like you in competition. Like every day you go out. I want to be like that. So you have these different pressures. We didn't even see none of that coming up. We were good.
We were good.
Put your hand in a ponytail and get out of here,
we ain't seen
girl.
Chris new shoes till he came down the block.
How about that?
Oh, Chris got some new Jordans on.
Look, and you couldn't tell me I was good with my Jerry curl, and you couldn't tell me I'm with you.
Right,
You better get out of here.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We ain't seen no new outfits till he came down the block until his first day of school.
Right.
And you don't know I wore them jeans twice this week because I had on a different shirt.
Right.
Right. But see, that's again, that's messing with that mental is messed up because they thinking that they got to be like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you get to the point where you say, I'm okay with this.
Mhm.
I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Like, you know, so you got to be okay with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
We can't put it just on the kids though. Us adults do
That's
that
what
too
I'm saying.
from
Oh,
social
that's
media.
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Us. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, most
Us too.
definitely.
Oh.
We got to be at the point where we're okay.
Yeah.
With certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you could have had all the money in the world or did everything else, but then when you come down to it, you ain't got nothing going on, like, that'll mess with a dude's mental system, you know what I'm saying? Because you could be at a point where you're here and you're down here and you're trying to get back up here, but you get back, you get knocked back down again.
Yeah.
Every time you climb up, you get knocked back down. And you're like, man, god damn. Man.
Or you can say, like, you look at somebody's relationship or their marriage and stuff like that. You be like, oh man, they got it going. I wish I was, you know what I'm saying, back in a relationship and stuff like that. And then when you really get to know what's going on there in that relationship, you'll go home to your house and be like, whoo, I'm so glad. Listen, I can sprawl out on this king size bed and just, you know what I'm saying, not have this drama. Like, you appreciate those things and stuff too, because you never know. People paint. Now people paint these pictures.
You can't look at
They
that.
they paint these pictures. They've been married 20 years. They got it going on.
Yeah.
Right.
They going through holy hell in that house.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't want to trade places with you. I want to go home and close my door and it's
It's good.
yeah.
Yeah. I say that about, people say that all the time, and I be, when we be on social media, I'm guilty. I'll be like, dang, how they do, like when podcast, I'm guilty of watching the progress of podcasts. I'm like, damn, how they get so many views? Like, what they doing?
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and that shit bothers me. I'm like, damn, I've been doing this a long time, and we got great shows. Like, what the fuck are they doing that we not doing?
Yeah.
And it'll bother me, and I have to get off social media. I'm like, let me get off for a second, cause
Your grind and your stories is different.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And that's what we have to give ourselves grace. We really and truly do. Because of whatever trail or whatever road that they took, that's not your road.
Right.
That's not
Not
what
your
you're
path.
supposed to be taking.
Your path is
You
your
know what I'm
path.
saying? Your path is your path. Like, no.
Yeah.
And like you said, sometimes you gotta get off social media. Close that app. Close it down.
you got to.
Close it down.
You got to.
Yeah, because we will get caught up. It ain't just the young folk. We get caught up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, especially when you're used to a certain lifestyle and things have changed. Like, things change, man. Things have changed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, in a certain part of your life, you be like, dang, man, I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. Like I said, you keep getting knocked down, man. That's an issue with me personally.
Right.
You know what I mean? I be like, dang, boy. Every time like I'm hitting a home run, but he catches it at the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I thought I hit a home run, you know what I'm saying?
He catch it at the
It's
wall.
caught at the wall, the
I like
running
that
track.
one.
You know what I'm saying? And he catching the ball. You know what I'm saying? So like, dang, boy. But you know what I'm saying? You got to keep on pushing.
Yeah, you do.
But then sometimes you be like, boy, I need help. I need somebody to push me. Somebody get behind me and push me. A bulldozer. You know, something to push me. You know what I'm saying? Cause time be rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just hold it in. Just, hey man, it's all right. How you doing? But how you doing? My, you really ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? We got to start speaking what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We say,
And you know what? And if you don't tap into people, you start maybe hiding it or masking it in drinking,
right.
doing some type of drug, anything to just
Get
mask that
relief
and get
for-
by. Yeah,
relief
and
for a
just to
day.
get by. It's not solving the issue. You know what I'm saying? You're just masking it for that moment. Guess what? When you wake up next day,
It's back
thing.
there.
Same
A lot of us mask it, but we be wanting that relief too. Like you be wanting that relief, so you try to do something that's gonna give you that relief.
Yeah, because see, sometimes that
and
drinking,
it numbs it.
yeah, it numbs.
It's
you know what I'm
a
saying?
numbing.
It gonna numb it. You know, then you feel like, but everything good, everything, but perfect, and that thing, you know, say, damn, that shit hit you again. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's life, and we understand that life. You know what I'm saying? Understand that life, but it's just your whole mental. Sometimes it just well, we need a refresh button.
And you know what? And just saying that when I had surgery on my hand, and so when the anesthesia was a 24 block they put on my arm, didn't feel nothing. I was cool.
Yeah.
So when that anesthesia wore, I said, God damn, this shit hurt like a motherfucker. So this is real life how we try to numb and mask stuff.
Right,
yeah.
And eventually it's gonna wear off. The pain is still there. Whatever you're going through, you still gonna have to deal with that. Anesthesia, that stuff was temporary.
Yeah.
You gotta fix the problem.
But you know, we love. Hey, that's how addiction happens. Because we are looking for the temporary.
The temporary.
And we want it all the time.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I was doing such and such yesterday, and I ain't had no pain. I ain't had no worries. I need that again.
I need that again.
And you
And
constantly
you're gonna keep chasing that.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep chasing that, and you're gonna keep chasing that.
Yeah.
And where's your problem?
Still right there waiting on you.
Still
Yeah.
in case, hey, here I am.
Like this.
You're sitting in the corner waiting on you.
Well, when they get done with that,
I'll be here. I'll be here when you're ready.
Hey, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. I'll be waiting.
I'll be here when you're ready.
when they get done with that, I'm gonna be right here.
Yeah.
And most definitely. I think a lot of us we definitely need to figure out what the main issue is when we have these problems, and we try to mask them. But I think a lot of us don't know what the issue is because it be so many. I think it'd be
more than one.
Right, it'd be so many. We don't know what the main one. Like we get this one thing off us. By the time we find out what that one thing is, be something else that piles on. So we have so many issues that we probably deal with daily. By the end of the week, when we try to figure out what really caused the real issue, and we can't figure it out because it's just so many things. You know that movie Straw. You know, I was telling we had a talk about that movie Straw one time before, and the guy I was talking to on the podcast, I was like, I just don't know how many women go through that much in a day, but in that caliber of things. But I had to rethink about it. I said, but we all go through something, but I don't know if it's that many things. Maybe she went through like 7 things. I think we go through like 5 or 6 things. You know what I'm saying, in a day.
So when you don't deal with that one thing, and then another thing comes up, now you got 2. Don't deal with them 2. Now you got another thing. So you'll have 7 different things going on in one day because you're not dealing with it. You know what I mean? You're not dealing with it. So you may have those things. You got to start dealing with it. And then leaders, as far as households and stuff like that, we got to make sure, like I said, that we find those safe spaces and be able to release that stuff, because we got kids and stuff watching us. We got grandkids and stuff watching us. So I want them to be able to tap into where I can go to get help.
Right.
Or if they end up being me, because I've dealt with my issues and stuff, like I trust mama enough. If they see you in turmoil, it's like, oh hell no, I can't tell her.
Right.
And she's dealing with man problems. She's still doing this, that, and oh no, I ain't gonna tell mama. You know,
Man problem.
I'm gonna go to her about my man problem. She's still dealing with her man problem. So that's real spill. Like,
can't keep no man. Well, I'm gonna tell her.
yeah, why not? No. Yeah, that's for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And so the same way with guys coming up, they daddy, they probably still a Rolling Stone. I can't go and talk to him about, my issues and stuff. I'm trying to be in this committed relationship, so we got to make sure us, as head of households and stuff, that we deal with that, because we need to be a anchor
For
and
everybody
a sounding
else.
board for our own people. Yeah.
But I think we don't realize that we are those people now. We are the grandmas
those
and
people.
uncles and stuff like that. That we, a lot of us want to be still young, so we don't want to take on that responsibility. But it is our responsibility, especially if we got grandchildren. We gotta adjust. We talked about this a couple shows ago. Was it last week? I think
Last week. But
when we talking about grandmas being anchors and being able to. Grandma's house was the house you could go to, and I think we said it. Now we got to be grandma and we granddaddy, and we got to be that security. This all goes into mental health. We got to. They got to be able to come to Grandma Kim house and be like, Grandma, you know what I'm saying? And Grandma got to be able to check Mama. Why you ain't help that? You know what I'm saying? And that's where I think the pressure gets relieved, because kids don't feel like they can come count Grandma. Not saying that but I'm just saying in general.
yeah.
And Grandma don't feel like she could check daughter, because daughter or son, you know what I'm saying, they may go off and she don't want to deal with that problem.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So at what point do we try to solve these issues within our family first before we can even reach out to the community?
And what's so crazy is that I did have a trip planned in September, but my son and his girlfriend asked hey, can you watch the baby? Because they wanted to go away that weekend for her birthday. I totally changed my plan. I said, yep, I'll be available. That's that they need that release to get away from the baby and stuff like that. So you gotta have somebody, but you can't be a selfish person. Yeah, we're gonna have stuff that sometimes you're gonna have to tell them no. But some stuff that you can counsel and be there because that's a release for them.
Right.
So you got to make sure that you pay attention to those little nuggets and stuff. Oh, you know what? I can make myself available because they need to have that weekend away. Come back refreshed and good for my grandson.
Right.
We got to turn it down a bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Turn down for what? Yeah, we got to turn it down.
What Slick said.
Slick said it's a lot to always be the responsible person, though. It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Sometimes you don't want to be responsible.
But
it gets heavy.
But you just said, somebody sent you, somebody you was at the bar and they asked us to sit the lady come talk to you. Yeah. Sometimes you are that person because you're supposed to be.
Right.
Like Slick, she has it that she is that person. Like she can call everybody in her family and get them together. But she don't want to be responsible like that. You know what I'm saying? Not that she don't like them or nothing. It's just a lot of it's a heavy pressure on her to do that.
And I most definitely can do that.
Right. But sometimes I sit back and I say, well, she's meant to do this. That's what she's meant to, because everybody in her family, and all her family, her daddy's side and her mama's side, they gravitate towards her. Yeah. Like if she call, they gonna call her back.
You're the chosen one.
Right. Unfortunately, she is the chosen one. I know she don't want that pressure, but it's just amazing how her mama can call somebody and they won't call her back. Yeah. But as soon as she call, and everybody say, well, if you call, they'll come. Or if you call them, they'll do it. Or if you call them, they'll call you back.
Yeah.
It might be just like in the spirit of her grandmama now just.
Yeah.
I know your mama want it, but you the one supposed to do it. Yeah. You know. That happens.
And like I say, somebody has to do it, and it's just so happen you happen to be that chosen person. I know I'm definitely that person in my family.
5 Star says we are, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your Instagram name right. 5 Star says we are tasked to tell the truth to our kids and grandkids, no matter how they react or if they even choose to receive what we are trying to tell them.
Yeah. We are tasked with that, and we can't worry about. I don't know how they gonna take it. Tell them. Our grandparents, grandmama, and granddad would shoot from the hip.
Right.
And it was what it was. You took it how you. Hey, I don't know.
Damn your feelings.
Yeah. and you go back and be like, dang, grandma just told me. But that's when I tell you that thing sat with you. I had to tell you because
but that helped your mental too, though.
It did,
because you're getting the truth, so you know how you need to adjust to what you're telling them. You know what I'm saying? You know how you need to adjust to what's going on. If they don't tell you the truth, then you're going to be mentally messed up because you're going to be thinking what you're doing is the right thing.
Yeah. And I want my grandkids to be able to, if they can't go to their parents, to be able to come to me. And hey, you know, grandma, these kids bullying me at school, or they did that, because these young kids, they get it. These kids bullying them left and right, making them feel bad about themselves and stuff. They need somewhere when they get home from school, they want, how was your day? It was good. Won't even like tell you what really happened. And they suppressing that stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. That's 5 Star CB. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said stars. Charged to my head, not my heart.
Yeah.
She said me and Kim were talking about this very thing earlier today.
That's your wrong. Okay.
We definitely have to be, and regardless of those grandkids, we're gonna shoot it from the hip and tell them what's what.
Right.
That's not it. But like I said, at the same time, to be a listening ear for them as well. We don't know them kids. Like I say, like we go through hell. Just when we step outside our house as male and female, those kids step into them school zones, and those kids are horrible. Talk to them any kind of way, bullying them about what they got on and stuff. They come home feeling depleted by the time they get home to you and won't even tell you what happened.
You know what my great grandmother used to do all the time? Because I was raised between my grandmother and my great grandmother. When I was at my great grandmother's house for school, sometime she would always fix breakfast. Now, my grandmothers were not cooks. They were not cooks. We have no family recipes, none of that. My grandmama was on their grind all the time.
Okay.
So that I'm just gonna put that out there. But she would make bacon and eggs and stuff for breakfast, but she would do it on purpose so she could talk to me about my day. She like, so how was your day? How was your day yesterday or whatever? And I'll tell her, she would, well, today when you get to school, do this, do this, do this. You know what I'm saying? Before she run out of go do what she got to do. But she always would try to make breakfast so we can have a conversation about today and what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that happens that much anymore.
Oh, no.
You know, we don't sit down at the table and talk about, and we literally had to sit down at the table. And we couldn't go walking around the house eating. So I don't think that happens much.
No. No.
That conversation.
Yeah, that you know, it's not, you know.
You like say you rather even get people to sit at the table, like say even for dinner time. Somebody eating upstairs, somebody doing this and the other at different times.
That all that help with your mental, like you said.
It
like,
did.
Yeah.
It does.
She checking on you.
Yeah.
She checking on you
Yeah.
intentionally by sitting you down,
Yeah.
feeding you.
And it wasn't about, like you said, it wasn't about the breakfast because they weren't
It was
cooked
about
like
the conversation.
that. It was about the
She wanted to
it was
talk
a
to me about
check-in.
what was happening, what was going on,
It was a check-in.
or what she heard on the block. You know, I heard this. I know. I don't know. You don't be hanging down there with that boy, do you? Because I heard he was stealing the other day. He got caught. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay, I'm just checking. So
Yeah.
what? What's going on in school today? And we could have a conversation. And I would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I had to be at school at 9.
Yeah.
But she left at 7, so she wanted to have that hour conversation, and we talk about it. Then I get on out to go to school. So I don't think those type of conversations happen anymore.
Yeah.
I think it needs to happen though.
It needs to happen. My cousin was telling me, she was telling me that my mom told her, she said she was pregnant with her first child, right? And she came to my mama's house. My mama's house, she said, my mom told her, looked at her, said, you pregnant, ain't you? And she said she was so in shock. But she wasn't showing or nothing. Or she hadn't told her mama or told her dad all you could do. And she was like, my mom was telling her, look, make sure that boy gonna be a real daddy. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't do that, don't be just laying up with that man and just have another child. You're not gonna do right by that child. She said she had just touched her so much for her to know that. See, I'm just going back to say that you need those elders. We do need those people. So we got to be an example for these folks now, for them to be able to come to us or something make us some assignment that we have. Tell them, you know what I'm saying, and be like, dang, I need to hear that from Aunt. I need to hear that from Auntie or Grandma. You know what I'm saying? I needed that because like, we be just so focused on. We always focus on us. Focus on what we got going on. Focus on what we got on. You know, somebody might be needing that. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm talking about that go from anybody. I may need it. You may need it. You know what I'm saying? You may need a lab. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to like go back to everything we be talking about the unity and everything we be talking about, but it all corresponds together. So it's just like when you go read these books, you gonna read Grow to Be Rich and other books. All of them's talking the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about the same thing. They're talking about the core. The core of it is unity. And then be able to be able to talk to our people and talk to us because like we gonna have to do for us. You know what I'm saying? And we don't do for us, nobody else will.
I be saying on the last few podcasts, we got to circle them wagons, man.
Yeah, we got to circle them wagons.
We got to circle them wagons.
And that goes for everything. You know, everything in life. You know what I'm saying? But you be around here thinking like it's only you. It ain't just you.
It ain't just
And
you.
like you say, sometimes you can have those books that you read and stuff like that for you to how to deal with stress and how to do these different things. And you can read 1,000,000 books, but it'll take that person that done been there, that put that wisdom on you, to tell you the same stuff, but in a different way. Click that light bulb on.
Put a light bulb,
Yeah.
I was just reading that.
Yeah, I didn't look at it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes it's the way somebody may say it that'll click those light bulbs on. Yeah.
5-star CB says it's not. Parents texting kids in the next room, so they're not having that conversation at the table.
You hear me?
That is crazy.
Mic drop.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, see what I'm saying?
But that's the world we live in today. Unfortunately, when this, and I think it's gonna happen real soon. When this, these computers and this, I don't want to say the name Siri and all them take over, and they have those big boxes in our houses. We just gonna be talking to each other on them boxes. We not even gonna have our phones in our hand. That's the way they want us to go. That's how they want us to be. Yeah.
I mean, this is the world we live in, but we don't have to conform to these certain things. It's still stuff that we can take back, you know, and do. And they don't have to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we can scale back a little bit at a time.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to start chipping away at those things. Like we talked about even last week. When a dinner come up, just like with my kid, don't even bring the phones to the table.
Right.
Because you got my daughter over here, my son over here, like we all in different parts. So we come together, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not fully engaged because you're on your phone. Like I need your undivided attention. Let's talk. Let me hear from you.
Yeah.
And that's real talk. I'm not texting you in the next room, man. You don't bring your ass in.
Yeah.
You don't come in here. And listen, let's get back to hollering across the house. Hey, hey, come here.
Yeah, bring your ass downstairs.
Yeah. I'm not texting you. I'm gonna holler.
I remember those days.
And let that window up with no screen and holler out. Hey, come in the house. Yeah. That that part. Let's
Because
get back to that.
Maybe, you know what I'm saying? Because you know they got the phone in their hand.
Right,
so
right.
You thinking that maybe instantly, they'll see it.
Uh-huh.
They'll see the text. And everybody say it's still a bullshit like that.
Right,
That
right.
ain't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
I know you see your text. You got the phone in your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Send them this. Hey, your cash app still the same? Then hurry up and respond to that. Your cash app still the same.
Cash app, your cash app, yeah.
Yeah, boop, boop. Yeah, you'll see those dots going quick. Yeah,
They text you back in 90 seconds.
yeah. What?
5-star CV says like Mama say Kim.
Yeah, that's what made me say that, man. I don't know why we couldn't keep a damn screen in that wonder in her room, but let that wonder up with no screen. Yeah, oh man, hey, I'm gonna check y'all later. I'm gonna see y'all later. I'm saying, but you knew when she started calling.
Right.
My mama come to the front door, start yelling my name. My name.
Not in the middle. Not in the middle. It's over with.
Your mama calling you.
Like everybody knew my mama there. Danielle, she calling you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bang it out. I heard her.
Right in the middle of fun too.
Oh, you can yell to the party because she can't see no more. Why she come with that stuff?
Because it was always the kids that could stay out. I'm talking about so right when they got done, but when it started like coming down, no, it's time to bring it on in.
I was habitual line stepper though, because I was only child. There wasn't no street light. I ain't coming in with no street lights come on. If the street lights, see, I do me. If the street lights came on, I was supposed to come in when street lights came on. I wasn't home. I just go and stay out. I was just gonna stay out. The punishment the same to me. But I never really got whooped. I never came in the house when street lights came on. My grandma was like, you need to be down in front of this house when street lights come on. Yes, ma'am. Street lights come on 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30. Here I come trekking on down the street.
You had balls.
I didn't want to see that. There's no way.
She wasn't gonna start yelling.
Yeah.
I wanted her to stop because I know if I didn't come in after that first, I knew it was gonna get louder and louder.
I heard her.
Yeah.
Ignore.
No.
Six say so. How is it? So how are you starting BMU going for you? How is starting BMU going for you, and why you started it? So I guess that meant for the mental health thing. 5-star CB says if Mama called your whole government name, the block knew who you was in trouble.
Oh yes. Just like he said, first, middle, and last. And if he was a junior.
But
Yeah.
And because I was making sure I was trying to ignore her.
Yeah.
That's what we were playing with. They go, but you know your mom calling you.
In case it's another Chris Darnell. He ain't on the block. I'm talking about mine.
But all that helped me, because I guess we didn't want to get on their mental.
Mm-hmm.
Want to make their mental
Yeah.
up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, they worried about us all day, because we had to just, doing a regular Sunday.
Yeah.
They worried about us. So, we worry as parents now.
Right.
Like the other week, we was going to the house, and you see all the police out there. But he said, me call Jalen, take Jalen right now, tell him to get his ass on home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, police out in Douglas be like, you just calling me and say, hey, let me go ahead and tell them, because if you in front of it, why wouldn't you save them?
Right.
You know, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, the boy don't come out here.
Don't
come this way.
Put it in the house, man.
Yeah. You most definitely.
Man, in the man, I hope everybody check us out today, man. Just check on your mental. Just call somebody and say, hey man, how's your mental?
Yeah, but I do want to say this. Okay. I did get a good response from somebody from the subject from last week about getting the family back together. So they're actually planning to have something like a big family dinner and make that a once a month thing. So
that's
shout
cool.
out to that person.
Right.
And they gave me that information. So if we just touch one family, let's get them families back together. Let's have these cookouts and these times we can get together and just talk. So we did do something. We appreciate you.
Something every time. And that's what we try to do, cover something every week. And so y'all make sure y'all tune in every Sunday at 8 p.m. We're gonna try to be here every Sunday. I know Slick be being slick, but she said almost every Sunday. But sometimes, you know, stuff be happening, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we're going to try to make it every time so, you know, one of us can't be here, the other one can step up for us, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
We got some big things planned. We got coming up, man. So y'all please stay tuned.
Yes.
Stay ready, you know what I'm saying? Support us. We're gonna support you. Amen.
And this is DJ Lab not being a hater.
Right.
And clearing his mental.
Right.
Because there are bigger things in the world we need to worry about.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So here we go.
Here we go, man. We're about here, man. Hey, peace, man. See y'all next week, man.
Yeah. And where we from?
I'm from the A.
Sounds so lovely. Yeah.
Free.
Yo, I'm on my small A, hard point fitted. Dale Murphy jersey, 5-point chillin'. Mookie Blade like illin'. Cleveland Air BP, boss of Dutch getting. Speakers in the one of the truths and vows, yeah, I did it. Rice Street, 3 days downstairs, lived it. 95 Freaknik, changed the whole city. Welcome to Atlanta, 96 Olympic. Back and forth, born home, Harry, home, get it. Georgia Dome, Michael Vick, yeah, we still missing. 7 grams of midget, Mooch still with it. Loud pack, gas pack, you strong for my pimpin'. Soul food, busy bee, Mook, go get it. Atlanta, Hollywood, Tyler Perry, fuck with me. Every exit in the city, yo, I represent it. Grady Hospital, 11-7, here go pimpin'.